Hello guys, Felipe here, and today we are going to start a YouTube. And what we'll be doing on this YouTube channel, we'll be learning how to do things with computers. This video exactly we'll be learning how to use JavaScript, basic syntax, and how to write to the page, and some certain elements. Well, any element really. What about later on? Later on we will, well, now in the next few videos we will be learning how to use client-side JavaScript, and a little bit later we'll be using libraries like jQuery and 3JS. Later on we'll be doing back-end things with JavaScript using Node.js with frameworks like Socket.io and Express.js, etc. And much more. By much more I mean like other programming languages like Python or Java, all that kind of stuff. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is an object-oriented computer programming language commonly used to create interactive effects within web browsers. How is this useful? It helps add animation and life to the page. Without this, your page would be boring, no user interaction, and all that. How do you guys know that I'm good? You can check out my main site or one of my projects. The project I linked here is like back-end things, but my main site has a link to like a bunch of other projects I have and all that. Shows you like what I know with computer stuff and all that, I guess. And I also think the site is pretty nice. Alright. So for this video, I'm not gonna introduce a bunch of like unknown concepts to you guys, because I'm assuming you know little about like programming with JavaScript and all that, so I don't want to go into like ifs and for loops and functions today. We're just gonna start out small, I guess. Now, yeah, I guess always starting out small always kind of makes I guess useless applications. I'm gonna try to teach you it in a way where you could use it for something. Like, probably not really right now, this first video at least. The next video will probably be doing more interesting things. This is all we have on this page right now. Alright, so, yeah, this is pretty much what's being rendered on the page. So, I mean, I guess let's start. You start out by writing document, which I guess the way you guys should think about it is like, this is the document, everything you see here. And we're gonna, and then when we write document, we have a bunch of like things we can write here, methods, etc. and all that. We're gonna use write, which is a method right here. Write will allow us to write things to the page. What should we write? Hello, guys, or gals. Let's write that. Alright, so we'll render the page. It plugs in hello, guys or gals. That's pretty easy. Well, yes, it is very easy, actually. Okay, so we can do something a little bit harder, I guess. Let's remove this text, and let's make a variable. Now, what a variable is it holds data, which we can use at any time that data is within the scope. Here we can probably use it everywhere, because I'm not making that big of an app or code. So, don't worry, it probably won't get confusing. Not that you guys should be confused. Alright. Hello, guys. Or, let's write something different. Hello. My bad. Hello. How are you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I named it app. We can name it showing you can name it what you want. In fact, let's name it your name. Alright, so if your name is John, or Josh, John, Bill, Clinton, whatever. Alright, name it that. So like, for example, if my name would be Jeffrey, if this is how you spell Jeffrey, then that's what I would put the variable. If my name would be Joe, I'd put it like this. Cole, like this. But we're gonna put it as Felipe. Well, I am. You guys put it differently. Unless your name is Felipe, that's fine. Alright, so what we're saying here is we're saying that Felipe is equal to hello, how are you? Semicolon. Well, it's not equal to semicolon. Semicolon just means that we're starting a new line. So now instead of having to write the whole sentence, hello, how are you? We can just write Felipe, or your name, whatever you wrote, I guess. So, you see that? It renders hello, how are you? And we don't even have in the document dot write. Oh, alright, look. If we remove that, and we keep the variable, it won't render anything. Because it's the variable that has it equal to, and we need to call that variable at one point. And sorry, I said we could use it anywhere. We can use it anywhere within the script tags, like in between these things. We can't call Felipe outside of it without a script tag. You see, it would just render my name right here, which is fine with me, but I guess you guys don't want that. Okay. Alright. So you learn how to use variables, and you learn how to write to the page. You can write multiple times if you like. You don't have to write just once. I'll include 2 Felipes, just so you can call it back all the times that you want. There we go. You see? Now, you see this happen right here, which is actually, I guess it's a good example. This is rendering like this, even though it's a new line. It's rendering like this, because when we're writing, it's technically creating a new element. Well, it's not even creating a new element because we don't specify it. It's just rendering new text. So it doesn't know when to break or anything, how big it should be and all that. But what we can do is we can actually add, here, let me say this first. We can add like, hello, my name, oh no, I won't, sorry, my bad. Hi guys. This might look kind of weird, but okay. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna write, hi guys, hello, how are you? What this means is we can add a string and a variable, or we can add 2 strings like that, you see, and it's the same thing. It's just saying that by adding it, we can, you know, like, it's called concatenation. I don't want to scare you with that word, but it's just adding the string to the variable. I guess it's like addition. Alright, well, what I was going to show you is it's same thing with a string. You can, if you write like things like, for example, h1, which is the h1 tag on HTML, you've got to close it. It's not going to actually print out h1 plus your name, which is equal to hello, how are you? Oh, my bad. Plus h1. It will actually print out just your variable, but bigger, like the header. This is because document.write renders the HTML in it, so you can make it italic, and bold, bold. Bold and italic. There we go. And boom, it renders it. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's all I'm gonna show you guys for this video. I don't want to like confuse you too much for the first video. Expect one up tomorrow, I guess, from this day. You guys, if you guys want to keep practicing, you can keep adding, like creating different variables. Like, I'll create that variable and say, I'm epic. I'm epic. Just, I am epic. There we go. That's nicer. And document dot write dot word dot write AERGRG. Sorry, I named it kind of weird. You guys can name it whatever, I guess. You see, I am epic. Alright. And then we can also add, I forgot to mention this, we can add two variables at once. Hello, how are you? Question mark, I am epic. But you can see there's no space here. So it's kind of what I've been doing on the other ones. I actually didn't do it here, but because that doesn't actually show up. But normally what you do is you'd add a space here, and you'd add a space here, so it would space out. Though that doesn't matter because it's not running, like it's not actually showing this. But I could just, like, for example, add a little string here and put a space in it. Put a space inside that string because it will render that space. You see? Now we have a space. Alright. See, now we have a basic understanding of how to write things to the page. We kind of now understand the syntax, knowing that we should always add semicolons. Well, actually, we don't always have to add them, but it's cleaner, and sometimes it won't work without semicolons, so it's always good to have them in certain spots. There are times where you don't have to use a semicolon. We also know how to call variables. We have a basic understanding what document does. Did I just close the page? No, I didn't. Okay. Kind of just affects the whole, well, it doesn't affect the whole thing, but it's kind of like I'm going to explain as a calling of the whole HTML document. Or, yeah, I guess whatever markup you're using that's compatible with JavaScript. Yeah, so I guess that's it. If you guys like the video, leave a like, comment what you found interesting. Oh yeah, you can also visit my site if you'd like. Alright, thank you guys.